So the treasury broke and they say that recession jamming. So no foreign countries really start migrating.
Good morning and welcome back to it, guys. The Now Morning Show continues with conversations of heritage. The Tobago Heritage Festival has been celebrated for almost 40 years, and each year it culminates with an emancipation celebration in the western end of the island, and it features the iconic parade through the streets that we've all come to know and love. So this morning, it is a pleasure to have joining us via Zoom to tell us more about it, Mr. Jesse Taylor, the Cultural Officer 2 in the Division of Tourism, Culture, Antiquities and Transportation with the THA. Good morning, Mr. Taylor, and welcome to the Now Morning Show.
Pleasure, good morning, and good morning to all of Trinidad and Tobago and all other platforms that are hearing us.
Now, I have grown up with the iconic Tobago Heritage Festival being something that is synonymous with our African heritage. Now that we are observing African Emancipation Day, or the significance therein being the culmination of the festival, tell me a little bit as to the history to someone who didn't necessarily get the history lesson that I did. What exactly is the significance of the Heritage Festival and, of course, the culmination on emancipation?
So it's highly significant, it's very important, it's very relevant, because what is that? It really marks a people, a journey, and a legacy of one who and is inextricably linked to the cultural beliefs, the patterns. As you know, our nation, Trinidad and Tobago, has been the foremost one of the leaders in setting, how we recognize and celebrate our African heritage, and was among the first to even proclaim this as a way of celebration and marking the journey out of colonialism and the struggles we've had in past time, our ancestors, that is. And as descendants of Africans, we are proud to celebrate our legacy today.
Now, that celebration is a very detailed process that involves every single age group and a number of facets. So let's talk a little bit about what it starts with, the reenactment. What does that entail?
So on August 1st, the Heritage period, July is really dubbed Heritage Month, and it really coincides with our heritage, because as you may or may not know, Tobago would have changed hands over 32 times. Been ruled by the British, the French, and so as a result of that, we have this potpourri of cultures that we celebrate and have been doing so, marking it as the Tobago Heritage Festival for, like I said, nearly 40 years. This is the 7th year of incarnation. So at the end of the festivity, what normally happens is that we take to the streets, and as you said, the western end of Tobago and in Crown Point area, and there's this elaborate street parade, which is really a visual spectacle, one that reminds us of the grandeur days of our heritage. So we personify ourselves in other ways. So we use our drummers, our singers, music, chant wells, people who take to the streets in costume, a true Tobago style, a hypnotic event, so that really marks our emancipation and our long walk to freedom, and how proud we are as a people who have, from since 1854, and after 151 years of this proclamation of Emancipation Day of August 1st, how proud we are to celebrate the legacy. This year, it will be no exception, and it really is a joint effort with the Tobago Drum Association, and features aspects of our rich heritage, the old-time wedding, the African dances, the sweeping moving broom, how we integrate steel pan as a movement, really celebrates our evolution and our passage to a glorious opportunity to be free and to celebrate those freedom, and to use that as a stepping stone to the other things that we are likely to achieve, and in our quest to make Tobago one of the greatest islands on the planet.
One of the greatest islands on the planet. You mentioned the drumming being part or a collaborative effort, if you will, but it is a magnificent part of our heritage that we often associate with our African heritage. This year in particular, the role seems to be underscored. Tell me a little bit more as to how we're paying homage to the drums.
Yeah, so we are looking at how the drums are being made. We are looking at the different types of drums, and so we will be doing a soft education and an opportunity to do what is called the sound of the drum, song for song. So we will be dealing in the different types of rhythms on the drum, the Afro-Caribbean beat, the nation beat, those things that have been uniquely created, has helped us fashion the way we are, and how we use the drum as a tool for social growth and retention. How we use it to empower our youth and to use it as a way as a deterrent against crime, and to use the drum to synchronize movements, body language, and as a science in itself, and as well as, of course, to continue to be a repository for our African arts, the preservation of our culture and our natural heritage.
Mr. Taylor, beyond the drumming, I know that there is an immaculate lineup. So tell me a little bit as to what patrons can expect altogether. Who else is going to be shining?
Drumming, authentic food. There'll be the Creole things available. There'll be handicraft. There'll be artifacts. There'll be an exhibition. There'll be booths that you'll use, interactive booths. So we have some interactive sessions. You'll have an opportunity to try an African dance, to get a head wrap, to look at fashion, jewelry. It's going to be an awesome celebration, notwithstanding that it's going to be rhythmic, because we're going to have the streets lined out, the decks, the place is going to be fantastic. We're going to be creating a rural setting under the theme One Nation, One People, celebrating the journey to freedom. So we invite all of Tobago and all who possibly can to join us on this beautiful island, 116 square miles of fun, and the western end of Tobago, to really celebrate the joys of our freedom and to hear that rhythm and feel the freedom and the anticipated air of refreshing growth and possibilities, and how we can continue to strive to become the better people we are always going to be.
I love the pride and the joy that I hear from you, Mr. Taylor. But I must ask, emancipation and freedom are related and sometimes used interchangeably, but they're very distinctive things. The theme talks about our journey to freedom, but you are celebrating the freedom we already have. If you were to leave a message with the persons looking on today in relation to that theme as we head towards celebrating emancipation, what would you say to them?
I would certainly say to continue to be the best you can and all the times you can in every place that you can. And that you can dream it, and if you can't dream it, then it means you believe it, and you certainly can achieve it. And then in your emancipation period, whatever your trials may be, whatever things you need to overcome, you just need to show them, be bold, be brave, be expressive. Get up, wake up, show up, and get it done. Because together we will, as the watchwords, we aspire, together we achieve. And you just take your own personal mantra. And one of mine is that you should grow where you're planted. The seeds have been sown, and we are seeing the fruit on the tree. And you can shade under that tree. You can eat the fruit of that tree, and you can grow your own tree as well.
Beautifully put. I thank you very much for joining us this morning, and I wish you nothing but a fantastic celebration as Tobago Heritage culminates on Emancipation at 9 a.m. Get ready, Tobago.
Yes, the procession, we do the reenactment, and at various stages, we're going to do different things that mark the period, and we actually emancipated, liberated, free, and strong to be who we are and who we should be.
Let me be one of the first to wish you a happy emancipation ahead, and again, a successful event that is upcoming. Thank you very much, Mr. Jesse Taylor, the Cultural Officer too in the Division of Tourism, Culture and Antiquities and Transport for the THA. We are getting ready to culminate the Tobago Heritage Festival and so much more here on the Now Morning Show, so stick around. We'll be back after these messages.